Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video, and I'm going to be talking about a new Triple Force Friday kind of release, and this time I'm going to be talking about the Jedi Fallen Order game here. So I'm making a ton of videos talking about all the Triple Force Friday merchandise, but obviously in this one, just going to be talking about the game. First of all, just so you know, I'm not a big gamer. I don't even plan to play this game, to be honest. I played Battlefront a little bit, and there was a Star Wars game that came out quite a while ago at this point that I did play, but that was like another kind of big Star Wars release. So I've played Star Wars games in the past, but I'm not a gamer myself. I don't plan to play this game, but it still looks cool. I definitely like it, and the figures and some of the character designs are so good that it's actually gotten me interested enough that I think I'm going to buy some of them, even though I don't even plan to play the game. But here are the figures I'm going to be talking about. So we have the hero, which is Kestis, if I'm not mistaken, that's how you pronounce his name, along with his droid BD-1. And then the villain, of course, is the second sister Inquisitor, who's obviously from the Rebels TV show, and she looks really cool, I must say. So let's get started on just talking about the figures. Just talking about the Black Series figures to start with here. I think that they look quite good. As far as Cal, I think that he looks quite nice. I definitely like the kind of lighter shade of blue. I will say in package it looks a lot lighter than the actual like out of package look of him. So I'll be interested to see kind of what shade of blue he looks like in person. Nonetheless, though, I think that it does look quite good. And I like his little droid. I think it's a really unique Star Wars droid. So many of the droids have a very similar look to them in Star Wars, but this one, BD-1, is really interesting. It almost reminds me of a miniature, I'm forgetting her name, but the droid from Solo. It almost looks like a miniature version of her, which I think is kind of neat. And it also kind of looks like a miniature version of some of the walkers, obviously with it just kind of two legs. But I think it looks quite cool. And as you can see from the out of package image of him, it does look like that droid has articulated legs, which is quite nice, and it's not just a static piece. So that's quite cool. One thing that's interesting is that Cal's lightsaber has a huge handle. That's very weird as to why that handle so large. I would think that would make it extremely difficult to kind of wield, and it would almost like throw you off balance. It doesn't look like the most effective type of lightsaber, and it also makes it look like the blade's really short too. So I don't know if like the figure is just making the blade too short, and it's not. The proportions are a little off. In the game, the blade will be longer, but it looks like the most awkward lightsaber you can have. And when you juxtapose that with the second sister Inquisitor's lightsaber, which is like the coolest, most effective lightsaber that you can have, then it really just kind of it makes you wonder why he would have such a dumb lightsaber. But nonetheless, I think that looks like a nice figure. The face sculpt looks good. Obviously, just trying to recreate something from the game, so it doesn't have to be like a super ultra realistic human face sculpt. So I think it does look quite nice. So I think that looks like a nice figure, to be honest. Not one that I plan to get. I just don't really have. He looks like a generic kind of Star Wars guy to me personally, but he looks fine. The second Sister Inquisitor is the one that I'm most interested in. I think that she just looks awesome. The Inquisitors. Even though I have watched Rebels, but I haven't watched a whole lot of Rebels. It didn't hook me as much as the Clone Wars did, so I just really haven't watched a ton of it. But just seeing their designs from Rebels, I do like the Inquisitors. I think that they look quite neat, and the second sister I think looks really neat. I definitely like her quite a bit. I think that the helmet in the face looks really cool. I definitely like that helmet design. She does seem to come with 2 extra pieces with her. I'm not 100% sure what those pieces are. If they're like interchangeable helmet, like mask pieces, or if they're like shoulder guards or something. I'm a little uncertain, to be quite honest. But nonetheless, I think that I'll be interested to see what they do. Her lightsaber, I think, looks awesome. All the Inquisitors' lightsabers, I think, are really neat. I like the fact that they like will spin. It definitely is something that's a little bit more game-like, and really taking the lightsabers to kind of like a crazy level. However, I definitely like them quite a bit. And then her costume overall I think is quite nice. I do like her cape. It's very Kylo Ren like, where it doesn't just hang from the back. It actually covers the shoulders too. It very much looks like Kylo Ren's cape, which I think is neat. But overall I think that she just looks awesome. As far as the pops are concerned, the Cal pop I think looks great. I like his stance. He's got his lightsaber ignited, but he's got like his hand out to do like a force effect. And then I love the fact that he comes with the mini BD1. I'm always a fan of pops that come with like little mini pops with them. I think it's always really cool. So I think that looks like a great set. And then the second Sister Inquisitor, I think that she looks nice. However, I think that the Black Series figure just looks far superior in its design. And also, it doesn't look like the pop has like the round middle section that it should have in the lightsaber. Am I crazy? But I don't see it there. So that's kind of odd. But I do like the fact that her cape is kind of swooshing to one side. So overall, I don't plan to pick up Cal. Just and it's not even like I can say, well, once I get the game, maybe I'll love him and I'll pick him up, because I don't plan to get the game. So, to be honest, I'm going to skip Cal, but the second Sister Inquisitor, I actually really want. I just, as a figure on her own, I think that she looks awesome. So, I definitely plan to pick her up. So, there you go, that's my thoughts on these new figures shown from Star Wars Triple Force Friday, being the Jedi Fallen Order game, Cal Kestis, as well as the second Sister Inquisitor. Let me know what you guys think of them, and thanks so much for watching.